Let's shift our focus to a couple of earnings, and the big earning in focus is Axis Bank after the company reported its first quarter numbers. Harsh, a couple of misses that we are seeing for the Axis Bank. Just give us a breakdown on all these key numbers.
Well, yes, it's a couple of large misses, in fact, coming in for Axis Bank. The margin number came in at 3.8%. The net interest income number was expected to be up at least another 2%. With muted growth, but growth came in slightly higher than anticipated, and net interest income in fact came in lower than anticipated. So all of those leading to the sharp NIM compression of around 17 basis points on a QOQ basis, which is 0.17%. It came in at 3.8%. That was the net interest margin number for Q1 FY26, and they said that only 25 bips of the rate cut was completely factored into the margin number. So that will mean that you will likely see more margin compression going forward. So that's the first count. The second one is the big number with regard to provisioning. They've done a technical write-off of around 821 crore, which has impacted profitability by around 615 crore. And this number, even if I exclude this number from the provisions number, the provisions number is nearly 50% higher than what analysts were penciling in. So you have a much higher provisions number or credit cost number despite this technical write-off. With this technical write-off, the number stands at 3,900 crore versus the 2,200 crore which analysts were penciling in. That's a sharp increase. The technical write-off is nothing but it's a one-time write-off in terms of change in accounting policy for write-offs. So that is the second piece, and that's a big disappointment. Third is with regard to therefore the ROA impact. The ROA therefore is far lower, even though operating profit came in above estimates because of tapered OPEX and better other income. Your ROA number is a complete miss.
Okay, so that's the overall breakdown that we are seeing for Axis Bank. But, despite that miss that we are looking at in this quarter, the company remains confident about outpacing the sector in loan growth. And this is despite the slow Q1 that Harsh spoke about. Also, with that, let's understand what's the reasoning behind the sudden jump that we are seeing in these bad loans. Well, these are the questions posed by my colleague Vishwanath. So let's listen to their response.
Your retail book is not at all at this point in time showing any material growth. It's 6%. 27% of your retail book is just home loans, which has not grown at all in quarters, multiple quarters. And if you were to look at the next largest piece of your book, which is rural loans, there as well, you've seen a quarter-on-quarter decline. I'm just trying to understand the reason behind this confidence that you will beat industry growth. Just these two questions. Thank you.
Well, we are normally, I think you will notice that as Axis Bank, we are quite careful about what we say. I think sometimes we are blamed for not saying enough or not projecting things in the future too much. The fact that some of the retail asset book has not grown should actually give you confidence that we can grow, because there is that much more opportunity for it to grow. Some of the asset classes have not grown because you have seen a spate of regulation changes, which has meant that the way loans are done or the way loans are given out, their processes change, or the way they have to be booked, that process has changed. So in some of the areas where the growth is not there, it's not because if you go and look at the numbers, the disbursement growth is quite solid, but the overall AUM has not grown because in many cases we have seen loans getting repaid or renewal not getting done, etc., etc. So the second part of the confidence comes from there, that we know that the disbursement growth is going quite well in number of asset classes in the retail area, but the AUM is not reflecting that as yet, and it will reflect over a period of time. Wholesale is the area also which did not grow for a long period of time or did not grow fast enough. In this quarter, we have shown that the wholesale side has started growing.
Okay, so that's the overall take that we are seeing for Axis Bank. The stock may be under pressure today, but